Hello, friends. The border guards of the Heart Brigade, operating in the Kharkiv region, shoot down an enemy drone of the Molnia type using an anti-drone rifle. It uses a powerful stream of radio waves that disrupt the control link to the operator and the drone's telemetry, causing it to lose its bearings and simply fall to the ground. I have my doubts about these systems, but apparently they are still useful for neutralizing Ivan's radio-controlled vultures. A couple of days ago, we told you about the first sighting of Ukrainian Mosquitoes armed with rockets. And, well, here we already have the first video of a precision attack using a salvo of unguided rockets launched from an FP-2 drone. The target was a communication center of the Black Sea Fleet in Crimea. This footage confirms that the defenders are using unguided rockets on their FP-1 and FP-2 Mosquitoes, which increases their lethality and versatility. Since integrating rockets allows the drones to attack the mobile air defense groups protecting their targets before launching their final kamikaze attack, it complicates the work of the already scarce air defense batteries of the invaders still operating in Crimea. The FP-2 drones equipped with unguided rockets and a 60-kilogram warhead have a range of up to 500 kilometers, so we will surely see them flying over the cities of Mariupol and Donetsk soon. The unmanned systems forces confirm that they are using NIRS-type rockets, which are generally used by helicopters, but these cannot reach where Ukraine's freedom-loving Mosquitoes can fly, which, carrying a load of 8 rockets each, open up a whole new range of possibilities for the defenders. But it's not the only massive incursion carried out by the defenders, who are truly furious about the Horde's indiscriminate attacks on their cities. That's why, during the night of May 16th to 17th, they carried out 186 attacks against 46 military targets deep in the Horde's rear, including targets in Crimea, Donetsk, Zaporizhia, Luhansk, and even in Dagestan. These incursions were coordinated by the newly created Deep Strike Center of the Unmanned Systems Forces, which organizes the combined power of different brigades and specialized attack drone units to hit as many targets as possible. Among the targets hit was a patrol ship, Svetliak class, in Kaspisk, which was attacked by drones from the first separate center, striking it in the stern section. Meanwhile, the ship was trying to defend itself with its anti-aircraft weaponry, consisting of a K-630 close-in air defense cannon. Let's remember that the Caspian Sea is almost 1,000 kilometers from the front line, and Ivan's flotilla has been visited multiple times in recent days. Patrol boats of this class are designed to carry out various missions, from border patrol to protecting ships and strategic facilities from enemy air and surface attacks. They have protection against NBC warfare and can survive with 2 flooded compartments. The Mosquitoes of the 9th Kairos Battalion of the 414th Brigade also took care of neutralizing another Tor M2 air defense system in the settlement of Sakitne, Luhansk region. This one was caught while retreating from its combat position. The first hit stopped it but didn't destroy it. However, the next Mosquito from the swarm was able to finish the job with a direct hit. The Mosquitoes from the first separate center also went to visit a strategic communication center of the Russian Black Sea Fleet in the town of Myrna, in Crimea. The site received multiple hits on its antenna complex and command center, leaving it completely out of service. The Mosquitoes from the Kairos Battalion also went to stop a fuel train traveling through Fedorivka, Donetsk region, on which they achieved a direct hit. This was confirmed by another Mosquito that flew over the area to make sure that train wasn't going anywhere. In the occupied port of Berdyansk, the raiders disabled the port's cargo cranes that are used to unload supplies for the occupying forces. This ensures the fleet maintains strategic control over all shipments by sea. The longer the Horde's logistics ships stay in the port, the more opportunities the defenders have to organize a surprise visit, to turn them into piñatas. Just like what happened with the surprise visit of a swarm to the staff meeting of the 2nd Battalion of the 91st Regiment of Russian Engineers, which was being held in Shakhtarsk Oblast or Vlastodonetsk. The wave of raids turned the invaders' boring planning session into an experience that those who survived will keep talking about for the rest of their lives. 'Cause come on, that building was demolished. The command posts of the 9th Motorized Rifle Brigade of the 51st Army in Pokrovsk and the command post of the 103rd Motorized Rifle Regiment were also attacked in Bunji, Donetsk Oblast, which were attacked by the 414th Brigade and by the Phoenix Group, respectively. This massive operation is part of the campaign to weaken logistics, command and control infrastructure, air defenses, and Russian naval assets in the rear. By attacking fuel supplies, port facilities, communication centers, and command nodes, Ukrainian forces aim to disrupt the flow of supplies and the operational coordination of the invaders. The effect of these attacks means that the orcs at the front have fewer resources to launch their offensives, forcing them to attack on foot, which makes them easier to deal with by the warrior Mosquitoes patrolling the front. Let's go now to Moscow, where the defenders launched the largest attack of the war, involving more than 550 strategic attack drones, which flew toward the Mortarite swamp overnight from May 16th to 17th. Mosquitoes from multiple units participated in this raid, carrying out a coordinated attack against different key military, industrial, and energy targets throughout the Moscow Oblast. Due to the scale of the attack, flights from the city's 4 airports were suspended, and it was observed that at least one drone reached Sheremetyevo Airport. Ukrainian authorities confirmed attacks against the Angstrom semiconductor plant, which is sanctioned by the United States. In Stalingrad, a critical supplier of microchips and components for the Russian military-industrial complex, including systems used in precision weapons, communications, radars, and electronic warfare. Other targets were the Moscow oil refinery in Kapotnia and the fuel storage facilities in Solnechgorodsk and Volodorodsky, where fires and explosions were reported. The residential areas of Khimki, Mytishi, and Krasnogorsk suffered damage from drone strikes or missiles fired by air defense systems, which left at least 3 civilians dead and multiple injured. It is worth noting that in the videos of the attacks in Moscow, shared by Russian citizens themselves, the sound of air raid sirens cannot be heard. Apparently, the Kremlin is trying to prevent panic from spreading throughout the city, since despite having the highest concentration of air defenses in the entire country, they were unable to repel the swarm of migrant mosquitoes. And of course, the defenders couldn't help but send a message to their invading neighbors, emphasizing that now Moscow will also be a city that never sleeps. Meanwhile, in Crimea, the holiday season is approaching, and the invaders are already setting up summer decorations on the beaches of Crimea, because obviously they are worried about the massive arrival of the former owners of the peninsula, who could show up at any moment to expel the squatters. Or so it seems, according to the Horde's nervous commanders in the area. If you want to see additional content about the war in Ukraine, I invite you to visit our 2 new channels where we present information about the war in a different format. Don't forget to check them out. Remember to visit our Patreon, where for just $1, you'll have access to a large number of uncensored videos and documentaries. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel.